Guten Tag, meine sehr verehrten Damen und Herren. Es freut mich sehr, Sie hier begrüßen zu dürfen. Ich präsentiere 50 plus Döner.
Almost. We were like 15 seconds away from a perfect start. That's it.
Man,
Anyway,
almost by
hello.
that times.
Good morning, y'all.
Good morning, y'all.
It's a little bittersweet, dude. It's the last regular show of the season.
Man,
We're gonna have shows after this, obviously, but not in the format that we're doing now. Talking about the league.
man, it's always
Yes, sir.
it
Yes,
always
sir.
results
Yes, sir.
in my
Yes,
soul
sir. Yes,
when we
sir.
come to match day 34 and in the end of the season. Like, what am I gonna watch on Saturday mornings now? Also, Sleazy with the 18 months.
A 7-month streak. Let's go. I need to hook up my soundboard again. La Liga is wrapped up. It wrapped up on a Thursday. Man, La Liga's timing is so fucked up. Because I saw a game. It was like at 3. I was like, oh, this is pretty convenient. And then my brain went, that's like 10 o'clock in Spain. What the fuck are they doing playing that late? Anyway, shout out Live in La Liga Loca, which has a great profile today that I'm going to be tuning in on. Let's get this shit started. I have this pulled up because unexpected Bundesliga to the max. Pablo Torre had a podcast and he did an entire episode on Schalke, specifically their Gazprom era, which is very interesting. If you don't know about that, and it seems like the vast majority of the people who watched this didn't know about this, it's very interesting. So I would highly recommend you watch that. It's some good. Even though they were eating in the beginning of the stream, and I hate when people eat during broadcasts and stuff like that. But hey,
And mukbang hours. I do love Pablo Torre, so
Pablo Torre
I'm gonna
is
have to
great.
tap into that.
I would highly recommend. All right, let's get into the nitty gritty of this. B Farm is actually being shocked by this.
Uh-oh.
I spent a lot of time on this. You know how we usually waffle about and we're like, oh, I don't know how many points that's going to give them and blah, blah, blah. Watch this, B Farm. Are you ready?
Yo.
Look at that, baby. That's
Yo.
that's what your hard-earned subs go towards. Our research and development program. Now we can fucking parlay on this all the time. Chat, we're going to leave it up to you if we start with Bundesliga or fight to Bundesliga first, because there is also a Bundesliga version of this too. Just to show the class. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this wizardry? It's because my job literally is like 90% Google Sheets, so I know how to do this shit.
So whose point? This is Freiburg's point total that's reflected, and not Frankfurt's, right?
Yes, not their
Okay.
opponent. It's this right here.
Because Frankfurt is also kind of important to this.
Are they?
Yeah.
But I don't think they can miss.
They haven't clinched Champions League, no. I don't think they've clinched Champions League. No, they haven't. Because if Freiburg and
shit.
Dortmund
Okay,
win,
hold on.
then-
Oh god, wait, hold on.
Yeah, bitch, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous this way. I met all that jits in my head. I don't care.
or Frankfurt's goal difference right now, it is
Alright, that's
20.
been there this whole time. I
It's
don't know what
20.
you guys are talking about. It's 20?
Yep.
Well, see, that's why, dude. Dortmund would need to beat the ever. I guess
No, Dortmund only needs to win by 2.
if Frankfurt loses.
Any regardless of results, if Dortmund wins by 2, they're in the Champions League.
Well, what does it go to if they're tied on goal differential and points?
Goals for question mark?
Who was that?
I don't know.
Jesus. Wow. All right. Well. Okay. Let's talk about this real quick, people. This is the table. This is what it looks like. It's already on the sheet, so I don't know why I pulled this up. Oh, I pulled this up so we can see the form tables, because that is, I think, the most important table you can look at right now. It's their 5-game form. Not head-to-head.
No, it's not head-to-head.
That would be nuts if it was head-to-head, actually.
If it was head-to-head, Frankfurt would have it. And Frankfurt beat Dortmund.
Bro,
no.
Hold on.
No, wait, I lied. Dortmund beat Frankfurt on the home leg.
Beef one.
Yeah.
Are you looking at what I'm looking at right now? Dortmund
Yes.
has the best form in the league in the last 5 games? What the actual fuck?
Yeah.
Goals is scored, it's the second tiebreaker, and Dortmund has that. So yes, they would go up over them. But if they beat Freiburg, then that means they... No. Okay, we'll go into it. We're going to it.
Yeah, we'll go into it.
So far, Dortmund... Interestingly enough, 3 of the teams fighting to stay up also have the best forms in the last few games. Mainz turned in their homework a little late. They're going to have to do it one more time playing Leverkusen. It's going to be interesting. So, we beat each other, but won 3-0 and lost 2-0, so would have the head-to-head. Well, thank goodness it doesn't come to that, because that would be silly. B-Flum, immediately at these matchups, what sticks out the most as, let's say you have Conference on, but you gotta have one game on, right? What is the one game out of these that you're putting on?
There's an easy answer here, so I won't take that route. I'm gonna go... I would go Leipzig-Stuttgart here.
I would as well, because I think that is going to mix up a lot of stuff. So let's start putting shit in here, right? Freiburg plays Frankfurt, so that kind of helps out a lot because it narrows down one possibility that we have, because one of them are going to have to win and one of them are going to have to lose. How does that affect...
Unless they draw.
Let me just put in real quick what I think is going to happen and how that will change stuff. Oh... Interesting. Okay, so then the scenario I have in my brain would have Frankfurt being in 3rd, Freiburg being or Dortmund being in 4th. Actually, we need to add one more thing. We need to add place on this. As a Bayern supporter, I'm really hoping Dortmund make it to UCL because they are generally solid in Europe, and Bundesliga needs all the coefficient help it can get. We'll talk about that later, but there is... I wouldn't feel comfortable with Freiburg going out into Europe next year. I think they might get a little washed. Don't clip that. All right. So that would mean that Dortmund would end up in 4th, Frankfurt in 3rd, Freiburg in 5th, Leipzig in 6th, and then Mainz missing out completely.
Yeah. You have Leipzig, Stuttgart as a draw. That's interesting to me.
What would you have it as?
This is a big tune-up game for Stuttgart. Honestly, I would agree.
Right? That's what I'm thinking. Like, Leipzig just... If they haven't been motivated these last few games... Let's pull up their last few games here. If they haven't been motivated these last few games, they don't have a win in their last fucking 4 games. Like, you guys realize you could miss Europe, right? Like, someone in the locker room's telling you guys that, I think. Like, if they haven't been motivated to play these other teams, even fucking Kiel, who they drew 1-1, I can't imagine they're going to be playing a very motivated Stuttgart who has a Pokal final next week. And like you said, they're going to be treating this as a tune-up game. So I don't see them winning this. I could see them drawing or losing this.
I will say, if we go back to the form table real quick, Kiel's in 7th. So
Kiel is in 7th. Actually, I didn't notice that. Let's take a look at Kiel real quick. What the fuck?
Kiel is officially relegated at this point, but they definitely didn't go down without a fight.
And the issue, I hate to trigger our Dortmund fans here, but the last time Dortmund had to play a team that had nothing to play for in the last game of the season.
It was a trap. It was a trap game.
So this is actually spelling major trap game. So let's actually, in the event that they somehow, let's just be nice and say draw. They would still be in Champions League if Frankfurt wins.
They would, yeah. Thank God for the goal difference.
But if Freiburg wins...
If Freiburg wins, then we're Europa League.
Europa League, gotcha. Oh no, we love to step right into this trap. This is a... This is a gaping... This is like 2 bear traps stacked on each other.
Also notable is that Pascal Gross is suspended for this game.
I don't think that's...
So...
He is playing his ass off lately, but hopefully it doesn't come down to Pascal Gross being healthy to help them win here. Let's look at both of these drawing. And then they... Okay, so if they... Basically, Dortmund needs to just win.
Dortmund needs to win, yeah. A win by 2 is the most comfortable outcome because that pretty much confirms them Champions League.
Let's do some real demon hours and let's say they all win.
Oh. Ooh.
Ooh. This is... So Dortmund would be in Champions League.
Dortmund would be in Champions
Leipzig
League.
Leipzig would still miss out.
Yes, they would.
So Leipzig, I mean, no matter what, like I'm guessing if Leipzig, like even if they lose. Oh wait, if they lose, I think they're still in, right? Yeah. Leipzig like just has to get a point. Everyone on here needs to get a point. But is there any scenario where Frankfurt would be in Europa League?
Freiburg and Dortmund win.
Oh yeah, that's a win by 2 thing. How possible is this? What's Frankfurt up to?
Frankfurt's
They're closing out the season pretty nicely. If we lose and Dortmund make up the goal difference, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's actually, I feel like I was setting this up for Leipzig to be the thing that centers around, or Dortmund, when it's actually Kiel, because
it is
Kiel is kind of scoring like fucking crazy right now. They haven't let in they let in 2 here. They don't really let in a whole lot of goals lately.
No.
Oh shit!
Outside of the Gladbach game, but that was just like game of the year potential.
Yeah. Damn, bro. This is this is the game you would have to watch, I think. Even more than Freiburg Frankfurt.
Is Kiel Dortmund?
Yeah.
That is true. I think I would agree because no matter what, I mean, at this point, for Dortmund, it doesn't matter what happens in Frankfurt Freiburg. They need. I think what's in their mind is winning by 2. But if you have that game on and you see they're up by like 3-4 goals, then you kind of have to turn your attention to, okay, then who's biting the bullet between Frankfurt and Freiburg?
Right. You should have conference on no matter what, but if there is a game you have to watch, like I'm putting Dortmund Kiel. But
the big question, I think I know the answer. What will be the answer to this question? But which game will Derek Ray be commentating?
I don't think any of these, because he's
None of them?
commentating. He's commentating the Cologne game on Sunday.
Oh.
Yeah, which we'll talk about that later.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would have had him at Frankfurt Freiburg, but that Cologne. Hey,
I mean,
now that
maybe
you say
he is.
that,
I just know for a fact he's commentating the Cologne game. I don't know. Let's actually check this guy right now and see if he's commentating or something. How is your weekend looking up, chat? How's everybody doing?
What y'all up to this weekend?
It seems like he is not doing a Bundesliga game. Nope, he's doing Bayern Hoffenheim. That's a little waste, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. What other results do we need to do to see this? Let's say catastrophe strikes and Dortmund somehow loses that. What does that look like? That's crazy.
Yeah, they just have to make up goal difference, which I think would be a win by 4 for Mainz.
Yeah, and they're not doing that to Leverkusen. So Stuttgart Leipzig would still be out unless they beat the fuck out of Stuttgart by like 7 goals.
Yeah. Which they're not doing.
Looking forward to celebrating another season in the Bundesliga for St. Pauli. Yeah, you motherfuckers better. You guys needed to be in there. Your number one ops is back, bro. You need to embarrass them.
Oh yeah, that is gonna be. We finally have a derby.
Oh my god! Thank the Lord. We don't have to do Hamburg derby at home, which was Bremen and St. Pauli. Now we have 2 derbies now, because people forgot because they haven't played him for fucking ever. But Bremen and Hamburg's a derby too. So we've got a 2-for-1 on derby. Thank you, Hamburg. Yeah, Pauli won. Nothing else matters right now. That's going to be so... And if we have Cologne Gladbach back, too, First League is back, baby. First League is fucking back. We don't have to make up rivalries anymore.
True.
All right. We have to now do predictions, which I didn't put here yet. Let's just copy these. Jake Beeflin.
You can remove one of the Frankfurt Freiburg lines as well.
I'm off my game, bro. You should have been driving the bus. All right. Frankfurt Freiburg. The 50+ donor question. Who is at home?
I believe
Freiburg is at home. What's Freiburg? Where is it? What's Freiburg's home record?
Top.
There we go. Ooh! Damn, and that is a decidedly different goals scored too. What about Frankfurt? Frankfurt worse away. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Even if we don't consider the home and away matches, I think I would just have to write the hot hand with Freiburg here.
Yeah, because, a draw, even though St. Pauli fought for that draw, they played incredible in that one.
They drew against Mainz, who are middling out right now.
Yeah, they were at the stage where they're not that great, and then Augsburg has kind of given up too, and they still didn't even score. Yeah, I think I've got to ride the hot hand as well. I'm going to say... But here's the other part, though, Beeflin, with our predictions for this. Does Dortmund make up the goal differential? Oh, wait. If they just score... Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm going to think... Freiburg wins this 3-2.
You... that is too much 50+ agreeing. I'll go 4-2 to Freiburg.
Oh. Wait, Freiburg's the home team. Okay. but then that colors what I say for this. I think it's going to be agonizing. I think Dortmund wins this, but they don't make up the goal differential. They win like 1-0. And it's going to be fucking agonizing. Like that last like 15 minutes, Dortmund's going to be putting fucking everything in the basket, and it's just not going to happen because their run is going too well right now. This is not the Dortmund we're used to. We need to know that Dortmund is deep inside there, and we're going to get it here.
I'm going to go with the 50-plus donor score line of 2-1. But in this scenario that I'm predicting right now, Dortmund does still go up.
Yeah, because you had 4-2 right there.
Yeah.
Mainz Leverkusen. This is such. I think this, like, there's all the other games that are a big focus. This game, I don't know what the fuck's going to happen, right? Because Mainz played really, really well the last game to break a run of just pure atrocity. But it was against Bochum. But the other part of this is, who the fuck is Leverkusen going to play? Like, they can't possibly play Wirtz when he's about to be... Everybody's going to be knocking on his door this summer. Like, who is going to play in this?
If it's anything like the Dortmund game was this past week, I would... I would kind of predict Mainz to go over here. They're playing with they're turning in their homework late, like a lot of these teams, but I don't see Leverkusen putting in that much. Like, you have at least 3 big names with one foot out the door already, with Xabi Alonso, Jonathan Tah, and now Florian Wirtz.
And Jeremy Frimpong, too.
And Jeremy Frimpong, so that's 4. And who knows who else is going to leave the Leverkusen CVS. But I would go... I would go... I would say 3-1 to Mainz.
Watch Kiel pull the double on Dortmund. That is the other layer of that, is that they did beat Dortmund earlier, 4-2. So that would be fucking nuts that Dortmund loses twice in one season to a team that's already relegated, and everyone had being relegated. But would that also be the most Dortmund thing ever?
Yes.
Kiel can't defend Dortmund. Dortmund will be okay, but Dortmund can defend right now. It's just mentality, right? But we're getting sidetracked. I am going to pick Leverkusen to win this, and it's going to be excruciating. Like, I'm not really inspired by them turning their homework in late. I'm talking like 4-1, even with Leverkusen just throwing random people out there. I don't believe that. Leverkusen will play their starters, but it won't look like it because they're so checked out. If they start their starters in a game that they don't have to start and Wirtz gets injured, they're going to get sued.
They're fucking up their own bag.
They're going to get sued. And now this game, Leipzig-Stuttgart. We haven't really talked about this game at all. This is what is propelling me. If Stuttgart looks like they're motivated all of a sudden, which makes sense. That's not, like, crazy to think about. Whereas Leipzig just still looks like they're treading water. Like, this is kind of embarrassing. Like, Bremen was, like, we said Bremen was going to win that, so the fact they got a point out of it is, I guess, big. But, like, they also looked very unmotivated in this game. Louis Openda just doesn't look good anymore. I don't know what that's about. I'm not a big believer in Leipzig, where I think this is going to also be a 50-plus donor score line. Wait,
like
who is the home? Leipzig at home, too? God, that's so boring. Oh, my God. Leipzig's home... Oh, their home record is better. Go on, sorry.
It screams draw.
It does
This
scream
is-
draw. It really does.
I would probably say. I'll say 2-1 to Stuttgart as well. We're gonna 50+ agree here because Stuttgart will. I won't even say Stuttgart will be more motivated because both of these teams will probably be motivated, granted for different reasons. But motivated on Leipzig right now just looks like a Zamboni cleaning the ice on an empty rink. I don't even know.
That's so specific. Stuttgart out here going to Europa. I don't know, man, because Bielefeld they're the Bundesgrim Reaper. What's another team to them, right? Xavi Simons can't wait to see. That's the thing that you touch on a big point. It is so clear nobody wants to be on that team, right? Like everybody, like I'm sure even Leipzig is like, you guys are just, we could sell you if we want to, right? No one looks like they really even care what happens to that team anymore. And it's so weird, right? Because why would you not want it? I don't know what the fuck's going on in that organization. It's very funny though, but I just don't see them. I don't see them making it out. Oh, I guess they would still go up if Mainz loses. Let's go by your. All right, you said Freiburg wins, so win. Oh, you said they make that up, which they would in this scenario. That would be so fucked up for Frankfurt.
Could you imagine
Frankfurt has been in third like all fucking year.
They could drop the fifth.
Wait, let me paint a scenario for you real quick, be fun.
Okay.
They're gonna lose. They've been in third for the vast majority of the year, right? They lose to a team that has a negative goal differential, and they get passed by a team that's been as low as 12th 3 weeks ago. Bro, I would be fucking heated if I was a Frankfurt fan if that happened. Holy shit. Oh, that's nasty work.
Man, they were comfortably in third place too.
Like, where did it go wrong? What stretch of this?
It
only took 3 games. This season's so fucked up, man. Did I miss how you both expect RB Leipzig and Stuttgart to draw, yet grant Stuttgart the win? Yeah, we're meant a commitment. But we know it's gonna be a draw, but we can't fuck up our own shit. That's our whole thing. Selling Marmouche.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
But they still got results when that was happening.
Marmouche, the last time Marmouche was in the building was the 2-0 against Dortmund. So you can kind of track it from there.
Yeah, never mind. I think this sticks out the most. No, because they were playing their ass off. This sticks out the most. No, because they were playing their ass off. Damn, so they were just unlucky. No, this sticks out.
That Hoffenheim.
That should have been a win. We ate up so much time with this. We do have to go to this fight to Bundesliga. Even though I don't want to talk about it at all. For unbiased reasons, of course. As you might notice, I have no Köln stuff here. And this is because I've been thinking about this all week. Köln does their best when I'm at my most pessimistic. The Nuremberg game, I was telling everyone in the Köln group chat, there's no way we're going to win this. We're going to lose 1-0. I was on Blue Sky talking like that, and they won 2-1. So I'm going to be pessimistic as fuck. And wait, also on top of that, remember when I was doing this Fight to Bundesliga preview at the beginning of the season? I said Köln wasn't going to get promoted. And now look at that. I'm not crashing out. I'm just explaining. Let's go back into this. It's not Yap session done. So this is also helped by the fact that Kaiserslautern is one of the teams in a run with this. This is disgusting work though about how this is going to go down. I left Frankfurt off because their goal for differential is so fucking crazy. Wait. They could still be third, can't they? Did I fuck
Hamburg?
up another one? No, they're completely safe, so it really doesn't matter.
Okay.
All right. Let's say we be pessimistic. Lost. Why isn't it? Oh, because there's this spot in there. Let's do just what the worst scenario that I could possibly think of. Let's do places again. So that would mean Cologne would end in 4th, which is I'm prepared for. I'm already ready for that. You can't banter me. I'm already ready. But how is Karlsruhe doing actually? Oh, so they're being annoying.
There's what is that? 6 games? 7 games? 6 games unbeaten.
6 games unbeaten. They're playing at home. I'm guessing they have some crazy home record. They do. How is Paderborn away? That's what we're looking at, right? Paderborn?
I'm not on the sheet. But...
Paderborn's on a 4-game unbeaten streak. God damn it.
How do they do away?
It's kind of
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's kind of the same. Okay, so that makes me think now that this is going to be a draw, which I'm going to guess is catastrophic. Yes, so that's not good for them. Because in this scenario, unless... No, it wouldn't matter. Elversberg goal differential so crazy, they would be in 2nd, and Cologne would be in 3rd. Does it... So the rest of these kind of don't matter unless these 3 lose. That would be nuts. Wait, do you see this?
Cologne would still be what, second?
But Dusseldorf would probably be. It would come down to the
goal difference.
And if like Kaiserslautern beats the fuck out of Cologne in that game, they would leapfrog him.
What's
messy. So basically what I'm seeing here already is if Paderborn loses, all Elversberg needs to do is get a point. Because their goal differential is so crazy, the teams that need... No. Did I do math wrong? No. The teams that would catch them don't have the same goal differential. No. So if you're watching that and Elversberg draws Schalke...
Düsseldorf and Kaiserslautern?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Dusseldorf's on 55 goals for it. Kaiserslautern's on 56.
Shit.
So there's a scenario where they are level on points. Maybe goal difference? No, because Kaiserslautern would have to make up 2 goals. Hold on, let me do math.
Yeah, you do the math real quick. I'm gonna read chat. KSC safely staying down though. Yes, these teams here are the only teams that it's really gonna fucking. They're the teams that are fighting for something other than relegation, which we didn't talk about, but that's not as exciting as this, obviously. Can Cologne win the league still? In theory, yes, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. For that to happen, Hamburg would have to lose, and they're the best team in the league right now. So I'm not even considering that possibility. What other? So let's keep Cologne being, because basically, if Cologne does anything but lose, they're fine. No, that's not true. Yeah, if Cologne does anything but lose, they're fine. What could possibly... Bruh. And these 2 are only going to be in it if the two above them lose. So that's what you kind of need to think about.
after doing some mental math, I'm not gonna give numbers because I wasn't using real numbers, but I'm pretty sure there is a scenario where Dusseldorf and Kaiserslautern can end on the same points, goal difference, and goals for. So I don't know what that fourth tiebreaker is gonna be.
It goes to goal allowed then, I'm sure, right?
Goals allowed?
Let me guess, they have the same as that too?
No,
No,
Dusseldorf has 48.
So they
Kaiserslautern
would
51.
be in third then. Wait, okay, 2, and then this would be 3. So it would be a tie for third, and it would probably be Dusseldorf.
What is the optimal scenario for this? Now that I'm thinking about it.
In terms of what?
For goal difference, goals for, and goals allowed to be the same.
I think it's impossible because Dusseldorf. But if Dusseldorf loses and Kaiserslautern wins, then it's just over in general.
Yeah, it's just over in general.
So I don't think they can like tie on all of that stuff anymore at this point. Right?
They
No, because
can.
goals.
So,
Oh yeah.
if Kaiserslautern were to win, say 1-0, and they'd be on 57 goals for 51 goals against,
All right, wait.
Dusseldorf would need to win. Actually, no, that'd be a loss for them.
Yeah, right. So I don't think they can tie on goals allowed at this point.
Probably not, no. It would be extremely difficult.
Bro, it's just hitting me that all Cole needs to do is just fucking draw. Just
Draw.
or win. Draw or win. That's all you have to do. That's literally all you have to do. No one else can catch you. Look at this. That's all you have to do is just win or draw, bro. Mathematically, it's more likely that one of those two things happen than a loss. Bro. I'm about to lose my shit.
For those that are curious, Hamburg is playing fourth, who are 14th right now. So yeah, that's
They're literally just showing up.
that would be a detrimental collapse if they were to.
But at this point too, if you're Hamburg, do you really fucking care if you don't win the Zweite Bundesliga? Like you've been in the second league for 7 years. Like I don't think they really care. Time for my least favorite part, and the part I was dreading the most. Time to predict these games. I'm gonna say.
It won't be 6-0. I'll be the optimistic one for you. I will go.
No, I'm not allowing you to.
I'm
not allowing you to.
Listen.
I'm not allowing you to. You don't fuck with the vibes, dude. I know they're
What do you
negative
mean
vibes.
don't fuck with the vibes?
You don't understand, bro. If you've been a fan of this team, you don't understand. You have to go in with the worst possible scenario, so you're not let down.
Listen, I'm always of the scenario of hope for the best, prepare for the worst. So, I'm going to veto your veto. I am still going to put you through a heart attack, though. I'm saying 3-2 to Cole.
I'm putting you at 6-0 because I am the bus driver.
Let the record show.
I'll put in parentheses 3-2.
This one I'll put 6-0 to Elversberg.
Yeah, this is the match that scares me the most because Schalke, I'm sure, is playing like absolute poo-poo right now. Yeah.
This one I'll put.
You
6-0
can't count
to
on these
Elversberg.
motherfuckers for anything. I swear to God. They literally lost to all of the teams that we needed to lose to.
Yeah.
Look at this. I hate Schalke. Anyway, I don't because I'm unbiased. But wait, what would that mean? Okay, yeah. So that we could still get out of this theoretically. Elversberg Schalke. This is like 8-0.
This is my 6-0 to Elversberg. So.
I do not see anything but a win for Elversberg, which is the scariest part. Oh wait. I don't like that. This game also is a little scary too because they're both playing very well. Who's Carsway playing? Or where are they? Oh yeah, they had the good home record. I just think Paderborn has just like fucking turned it on as soon like they went through this stretch and they're like, nah, bruh, and they're starting to play very well. So I'm gonna say like a 2-0 for Paderborn.
I'll go with the 50 plus donor score line at 2-1 here. I think that's a pretty safe score.
And then Dusseldorf, Magdeburg. Magdeburg, I think, is playing away. Sorry, Magdeburg. Oh, they kind of figured out their home record because they were not winning at home for a very long time, and they're playing at home naturally.
This is the test. Did you figure it out? I don't think they have.
Yeah, I'm not really picking Dusseldorf winning this one. I think they're gonna get fucking hoed like 1-0.
This screams draw to me. I can't lie, but I'll go 3-1 Dusseldorf. I think.
Okay, so if we go off of your bets here, win, loss. So that would mean Elversberg would be in the relegation playoff. And if we go by mine, I don't think we need to type it out. I'm all for vibes, but caution, the GOAT team prediction could go around the world and hit you in the back of the head. Bro, people are already going to be talking so much shit to me at that point, I don't think they're even going to notice my prediction. Everybody on Earth is going to be texting me all sorts of fucking crazy shit. So, allegedly. Elversberg going to go up and lose their 2 best player on loan. I have bad news for you. The meme I was going to... You're getting a meme leak here. If they go up, I have a meme that's the George Bush hearing about the second tower thing, and a second Leverkusen has hit the Bundesliga. They are literally just another Leverkusen. And we'll go on a deep dive at some point so you know that. But I see a lot of people being like, oh, this is such a cool story. It is cool, but they're also Leverkusen. So... crazy off topic, but my crazy German soccer take next season is Florian Niederlechner will set a Liga record for red cards with 1860 Munich. That's so fucking specific. What made you predict that? B-Flam, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't want to start this and not finish it. I feel like honestly, this last week is gonna also shift a lot of this for me.
Yeah, probably.
Like, memeability is sticking out a lot right now. Do you want to just end the show early? I know that's kind of sacrilege considering it's... Do you have another idea?
We can speed run pre-final week, like just overall grades that we give each of these teams.
What?
We can grade each team based on the season they had, just like speed run it real quick before the final week.
But that's also what we're doing next week too.
I know, but like
go
I don't
to
know.
Harold order. Let's answer this.
Okay.
I'm interested to hear yours.
I'm a wings guy, so I go 6 wings, mild sauce on everything with lemon pepper as well.
Damn, so we kind of have the same order. But do you go
Yeah.
light or dark?
I got wings. So
Oh right, yeah.
yeah.
But are you light or dark in general?
I have to remember what part of the chicken is light and which one is dark.
Brother.
Um,
Well, there'd be thighs, right? Thighs or I don't think drumsticks can do that.
White.
I know this is not what I need to do after I just said I need to get dinner after this.
Wings
but-
and wings and breast will be white meat.
Why are all the worst heralds the first ones up here?
I feel like I kind of dabble in both, but it depends on where I'm going. But I think I'd be a white meat. I lean white meat. I do love a good boneless breast.
Also, this is false advertising because they don't come with the toast. So unless they don't, they do that. This one though.
Yeah. They give you toast. I go white. I get white bread.
Go to Culver's orders. Y'all are fucking evil, bro.
Y'all
were
are
just-
evil. I need to cook dinner after this show.
No, I don't want. Don't dox me, please. For the love of God, everything wants to know my location. Go to Culver's order. I will say the Colby Jack Pub Burger is pretty fucking good, but that doesn't change up my go-to though. I'm pretty boring. I'm a Culver's Deluxe, no tomatoes, fries, and if I'm feeling really hungry, pretzel bites.
I'm similar. I am the Culver's Deluxe Value Basket, no pickles. Then I go I get a side of cheese with the fries, and then I'll
Ooh.
cycle between the root beer and the chocolate shake.
So you're also not a custard person.
I'm not a huge custard person,
I'm
no.
not either. Interesting. Beef one, what the fuck, bro?
Also, if I'm feeling sweaty, I will go cheese curds.
Their cheese curds are very bomb. Now we have go-to Portillo's order. This is where I'm gonna stop the train because I'm not gonna lie to you that maybe I'm gonna lose my Chicago card. Not really big on Portillo's. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie to
you will kind of lose your Chicago card there.
I don't know why. It's just there's better places to get hot dogs from.
I don't get hot dogs from Portillo's.
Ooh.
Will say I don't get hot dogs.
Am I gonna get doxxed by Portillo's too? Get a free large fry. Okay.
Nah, what I'll normally go, the Leo.
It's
The
just
Leo.
it's literally just their regular ass Italian beef. Hilarious.
Hey, that's just Chicago. So I'll cycle between 3 different things. One thing I'll go with the burgers. I do love the Portillo's burgers.
Oh, that was disturbing, dude. You see that? The
Yeah.
fucking bite taken out of it. That's disturbing.
I do normally go single or double cheeseburger, no pickle. Actually, I normally just go mayo, lettuce, tomato, onion on the cheeseburger. Then I'll get a large cheese fry and I'll do a chocolate shake. Now the large cheese fry and the chocolate shake normally do stay around, but I will cycle between the burger, the Italian beef, and the breaded chicken sandwich.
Chicken sandwich. I don't think I've ever had a chicken sandwich from. You got a spicy chicken sandwich?
Yeah.
If I had to order at Portillo's, I'm very boring and I get the usual. I feel like the Chicago classic, a 2-dog and fries.
I do also do Maxwell Street Polish right sometimes, but I like going to actual Maxwell Street.
Oh yeah, no, I would never go to like one of the satellite things. At the risk of getting banned, any of these fine establishments offer plant-based. Culver's doesn't do a veg. No, Culver's does do a veggie burger. I know for a fact they do a plant-based garden dog here because my producer is vegetarian, so I am actually very well aware. I think all those places. No, Harold does not, but
Harold's does not.
In-N-Out, yeah or nah?
No.
Oh no, we're not.
People from the Discord know this lore.
Yeah,
but
you have a reason.
I was in California in February, and we went to In-N-Out, and I ordered specifically animal fries because I knew that the fries would be mid at best, and they didn't even put an animal on my fry. They put like a couple of onions, and that was pretty much it. It was no cheese, there was no sauce on it. It was just fries and a couple slices of onions.
It was really nasty, admittedly, and like they were like onion slices too. It was weird.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to disagree. I do like In-N-Out's burgers. I think their fries suck, but I don't think they.
The burgers are solid. I will say that. Yeah.
Also, I was there when the secret menu was actually secret. I'm just saying. Any other food related? I guess this is just a food stream now. To really torture us for the next 10 minutes. Their shakes wrecked me. Their shakes are a lot too. I'm not a big shakes person.
They're very
though.
thick. They're very thick. I don't like a shake that's too thick, but also you can't have too
The
thin.
shakes are the only good thing there. Dude, I don't know what happened where like people have these hot takes about In-N-Out all of a sudden of like In-N-Out's mid. I'm like, bro, like their fries suck. Everybody knows that. But their burgers are fucking good.
The burgers are good, yeah. And they're cheap.
We've got a real shit starter question here now. Thin crust or deep dish? Actually, this is not. I don't think so.
I don't think it's a real shit starter because I'm saying both of them.
Both of them.
I'm saying both of them. I'll eat both of them. Of course, thin crust is going to be a lot easier and lighter, and more commonly ate around the city, at least among the common folk. But deep dish is a nice little treat too. Like there's some good deep dish spots out there too.
What am I thinking of? The pizza place? Oh my god, by Soldier Field.
By Soldier Field.
I say
By Soldier Field.
Flo and Santos. That's it. First of all, wait, why had pizza not on their fucking shit?
I've never heard of this place.
Oh, bro, it's right by Soldier Field. Like,
I didn't know
look at that. It's right there. I go like every time before a Bear game, which is never because I can't afford Bear tickets. But, they don't have the picture of their pizza, but I just want to also float out to you because I think people people buy into New York propaganda and they think the only thing we eat is deep dish, and that is not true.
No, it's not true.
We also have this delicious delicacy, tavern style, which I actually like more, and I actually hate deep dish a lot.
That's fair.
Favorite deep dish place in Chicago? Well, I'm gonna bow out of that one. So did B-Flem will.
If you're gonna go to popular spot, I would go Lou Malnati's. I do snort Lou Malnati's like crack. But there was if I was to go a more local spot, a more deep cut, I like Milano's on the south side.
Milano.
They had a
How
deep.
do you spell that?
Milanos.
Okay.
That one.
I already know this shit bangs. Look at that.
Yeah, the thin crust, both the thin crust and the deep dish bang. Their deep dish is going to be more similar to like a Giordano's, but
Look at this. Oh yeah.
It still is an absolute banger. Absolute banger.
I'm just gonna shout out because the Pope said it's his favorite pizza place. Aurelio's, baby, let's
Aurelio's
fucking go.
solid
11 Aurelio's believers took so much flack, and now we're up, baby.
It grew on me a lot.
We are so up.
So did Rosati's.
Rosati's too, but my producer hates Rosati's, so I never get Rosati's. What chain wing place is your pick if you had to go chain? I'm guessing we're including Popeyes in this.
Oh.
Like Popeyes, Wingstop, KFC, Buffalo Wild Wings, Is there another one? No. Yeah, no.
Churches.
Churches. So yeah.
I've never had churches. I've heard it's gas though, depending on where you go.
You know what? I'm even gonna drop JJ Fish in there because that is technically a chain. But if you see a JJ and Fish, I'm not saying you're in a bad neighborhood. All I'm saying is,
Do we throw Sharks and Heralds in there then at that rate?
oh, if we're throwing Sharks, it is a fucking wrap, bro. Sharks is the fucking best. Oh, so it is. I think it is research for Chicago. I'm putting fucking Sharks in there.
Sharks is slept on.
Sharks is super slept on.
Sharks is slept on. I would still go Heralds over Sharks personally, but Sharks is super slept on.
But like, it's weird, right? Like, Heralds is technically a chain, but I also wouldn't consider it a chain.
No,
because
each of those Heralds are like their own entity.
Yeah, which we have to also explain to people, like, the difference between Heralds can be very big. Like, let's do Heralds. Let's do a Heralds field trip right now. First of all, hopefully I don't just dox. Oh, my address isn't on there. See, there's like all these Heralds, right? But like, this one's ranked a 2 out of 5 because it's in the West Loop. Who the fuck's going to the West Loop for Heralds? You need to go to a Heralds that has, maybe it's in here. The like rotating window.
There's one in the South Loop actually, surprisingly enough.
Is
like right by
35th?
Wintrust Arena.
Oh, that one's great.
That one is a banger.
Yeah. But I'm trying to see, like, there's the what? If they have one on the inside of, like, what it looks like. I wish they had pictures.
You gotta go to you basically have to go to a Herald's that doesn't look like it's been refurbished in the past 20 years. 15 years, maybe.
No, not this. Bulletproof. Yeah, this is the type of Heralds you need to go to, where they have the fucking bulletproof window. You're not getting an ounce of germs from the person that you ordered from. Like, you're never actually touching that person. You need to go to one of them's. And the drink machine is also on the inside of the bulletproof glass. So you have to order from there. There's no free refill.
Yeah. Frank also asked if you could take a Chicago meal to a German game, which would it be?
None of them. Those motherfuckers don't deserve it. They don't deserve it because they fucked up Mexican food so bad. I will never.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, which Heralds are the better ones? Let's go back to our little map.
I would go. South Loop is what, 22nd, and
wait, that one?
Right off. No.
Oh. No, wait, that's the one by Wintrust.
That is?
I think so. Right?
That's an old ass picture. Yeah, that is.
Yeah, that is. No, this is it.
That one's also a good one too. That one's probably a better one because it's right off at 35th. That's right by the Sox Park.
The ones in the hood. Yeah, we gotta keep going south.
Yeah, we gotta keep going south.
Like, we gotta keep going south.
They're all gonna be like threes near the threes because of, the service won't be. You're not getting 5-star service out here, but let me tell you that 3.3 is purely the food. That's what's bringing it up. I'll tell you what.
Yeah. I think this one's good, and also the one on King Drive is good too, wherever that is. I think it's this one. The ones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I already read that. We got JJ Fish here too. Damn, Minnesota's got every fucking thing that we've got. Is there any other food questions that we didn't?
I think we've successfully eaten up time.
Yes, Hey, good pun. All right, y'all. Well, make sure you watch this weekend. I know we kind of lost the plot a little bit, but make sure you watch this weekend, dude. This is going to be a tense one, and definitely Sunday. Actually, I don't think we looked. I saw Derek Ray say that the DFL is doing a conference of Zweite Bundesliga. But then that means it would show up on ESPN Plus then, right?
Dude,
I'm looking this up
dude,
right now. Bruh.
Let's
Also,
find
go
out.
Canes. Canes are up right now. Are tied. Wow, the one time I want to just go to regular ass ESPN Plus. There we go. This is a whole thing. I know we're going over time, but this is
Goal Arena. Oopsie. Oh wait, this is just German Bundesliga.
All right, so not encouraging right now because ESPN is currently showing just these 2 games being shown. I don't know why the fuck they're only showing 2 games, but these are the only 2 right now. But I know the first league has just straight up Go Arena. Let's also verify that as well.
Yeah, they have straight up Goal Arena.
Yeah, the Go Arena. So, anyway, it's time for us to get out of here. Next week we have a show, and then don't forget. Don't forget, we're doing Watch Along live in person for the DFB Pokal. We're gonna be tweeting. We're gonna be doing it from our phone, meeting people, seeing in-person Stuttgart fans in Chicago. It's gonna be cool. So make sure to chime in, and then also watch Shades of Blue right now, or I will make sure that something bad happens. That's not that bad, like you stub your toe or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna go make dinner. Thanks, guys.